and we're getting close, is we can take our glasses off at the moment of totality. They're playing the final countdown on the radio right now. I don't know if you guys can hear that back at the station. But it has been a real experience here.
It really has. So in just about a minute or so, you're going to see the sun's corona. That's the atmosphere of the sun. It's about 2 million kelvins, which is about 3,559,000 degrees. And the little white wisps that come out from it are called plasma, which is like a charged gas that will be coming out from it. And it's something we will not see here in the United States for another 20 years.
It's getting so dark here right now. When we do have the total eclipse, we're going to stop talking, and we want you to be able to just to see it, experience it, watch the people around you and around us. Here we go, friends.
What a magical scene.
I think you could hear it in Christy and Kim's voice too. Just the excitement and thrill to be there to see this.
I was going to say, it is 3:13. Totality now hitting in Cleveland. Let's go live there to see what the situation is there where Ashley Barrissey is. It's just so strange to see the sky like this in the middle of the day. See if Ashley can join us, and she may just be joining us in terms of just sharing the audio of the crowd.
I also want to mention Luna Pier is getting its 19 seconds right about now as well.
Of fame, right?
Yeah. Ashley, should we switch to Cleveland, or do you want to stay in? Oh, Cleveland is coming. One of the best. Oh, there you are. Ashley, tell us about it.
An incredible view that we are looking at right now. We will be in totality for almost 4 minutes here in Cleveland, and this really is a special event. I have to tell you, I have chills looking at that. I've seen partial eclipses before. Never have I seen anything like this in totality, and it is just a very different feel than what we've been talking about for days, that 99%, what that will bring you. You can just see how people are taking this in. A gorgeous ring around the moon right now. I just want to pause for a second so you can just see the reaction of the thousands of people that are here in Cleveland. It's also worth noting that we have twilight all around us, a 360 view. We have felt the temperature drop by several degrees. What I would describe with this is it was starting to get a little, it was more of like a dull kind of sunset. But then within just seconds, it was like someone flipped a light switch and turned from day to night. 2 different day parts within a matter of seconds. The most gorgeous glow around the moon right now, where we are able to take our glasses off in totality safely and look at this total eclipse. The next time we'll be able to see that from a good swath of the continental U.S. will be 20 years from now in August of 2044. And as far as being able to see it from the state of Michigan, we won't have that opportunity until 2099. So although eclipses do happen frequently, to be able to see it from a continent, not from the water, and from a specific state is a very rare phenomenon. But it is a beautiful cosmic spectacle.
Boy, it
we
sure
want to
is.
give you a beautiful look from the Detroit riverfront.
Yeah.
Where that area will be a 99% totality.
Yeah, Ashley, in fact, let me interrupt you really quickly. We'll switch from Cleveland to Detroit, where you can see the difference between what we just watched.
Right.
That 1% in Detroit, here we are right now at 99%. A massive difference. We're just outside, of course, the path of totality, and now it moves its way on further north and northeast across Niagara Falls and moving on up into New England. But I heard a great explanation this week for why this works the way it does. The sun is 400 times the size of the moon, but the sun is 400 times farther away from Earth than the moon. And that's why something as small as the moon can completely block out the sun. And that's what we know in 2023. I'm just still fascinated at the thought of the way primitive people must have panicked. The way that the animal kingdom still behaves in the way that it does when this happens, because it seems so explicable. All of a sudden, it's nighttime in the middle of the day, and then it's over. And you go right back to your day.
You've seen, obviously, reports of how the animals act differently and the sounds that they make, and then the temperature drop. And then, like you said, in some parts, it's like switching the light, and then all of a sudden it is dark. And there's some commonality, too. It is just so wonderful to see everyone gather. People have taken off of work and off of school. They've made trips. We've talked about how people have actually done vacation rentals for a couple of days just for 3 minutes.
It has been eclipse tourism. Let's get back to Luna Pier, where, as we told you earlier, they had 19 seconds of the full thing, the full eclipse. Paula, how was it?
It was spectacular. I mean, it was spectacular. But people talk about the Kentucky Derby being the most exciting, 3 minutes? No, this was an exciting 19 seconds. And you know why? It's because all of a sudden it got so cold and everybody was quiet. And then all of a sudden there was this murmur. And then at the point of totality, people were cheering. And then you could hear people yelling, "Glasses on, glasses off." Darren was one of those folks who was yelling that. I mean, just talk about just the incredibleness of this.
Just the excitement of it. Never seen anything like it before. I mean, it was amazing. As you can see it with your glasses on, and as soon as you take your glasses off, you just see this beautiful glare in the sky, and it was just amazing.
I am so glad people are yelling "glasses on, glasses off," because we do have to protect our eyes, but for those few nanoseconds that you could take your glasses off, it was ethereal. It was otherworldly.
All I can say is God is amazing. That was beautiful. It was beautiful.
It was really something. And then also, I want to go to Evan here, because Evan actually, and you were keeping timing so that you could yell to people, "Glasses on, glasses off." So Evan, let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you and Darren were yelling "glasses on, glasses off," and just talk about why and then how exciting this was.
Well, to be honest, this is probably one of the most exciting things I've done. This is just such a cool thing to see, and the rarity of the event and how close it was to us, just I couldn't have wished for a better event.
I want to talk about the fish,
yes,
because we both saw that.
Yes, it was very weird. I noticed him over a little bit of us before you noticed him, but he was just kind of swimming towards the top of the water. I'm not sure why or what would be the reason for it, but definitely the animals were acting significantly stranger. Birds were kind of circling around for a while, then they just disappeared. There wasn't a single bird in the sky, and then now they're all congregating all the way over there.
Yeah, I know. Guys, what an amazing phenomenon. And it wasn't just the natural phenomenon, it was the human phenomenon. You could feel all of us together. We were in awe of nature. Again, it was quiet, and then this murmur, and then this cheering. Here in Luna Pier, the most exciting 19 seconds of 2024. What was it like in Toledo?
Paula, it was amazing. Kim and I grabbed each other at one point. She's like, "Take your glasses off, take your glasses off," because was too silly. I'm like, you can take your glasses
Take them off, you know,
It
right.
really was an experience.
I mean, it was so great, and people cheering, like so excited,
Yeah.
you know, for what's happening.
And we were standing in front of these ladies who were laying down on the ground. Tell me what went through your mind, because I heard you guys say, "Oh my gosh!" Oh,
Yes, it was so cool. Once in a lifetime experience. It was amazing.
Kind of
What
went through your mind when it got so dark?
I was just like surprised. It was so cool. It got so dark, like all the lights were coming on. It was just so cool.
Glad that you camped out here for it all day long. here.
Toledo hosted a great event. Yeah.
I think what's really cool, Kim, is that people were taking pictures. Tim, come on over here. Kim and I were going to go see some of the good photos.
All right, you
here.
guys got good pictures, you said, right?
Yes, we have this
Oh my
one.
gosh,
Yeah.
look at that.
Got some good
Perfect
stuff.
Corona Ring of
I
Fire.
have this one.
Oh, wow.
This one as well. And my friend has some good pictures too.
It's going to be one of those things that, like,
This is really beautiful picture.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's a really beautiful one.
everyone's going to be posting on social media, I think.
We also have one of the bead.
That's right, Bailey's beads. So what went through your mind when you guys were watching? You were right just by us.
Well, I think it was a very new experience because I don't think so I've ever seen a solar eclipse, total solar eclipse. So it was very good to have watch solar eclipse today. It was very fun.
Energizing?
Energizing as well. We were enjoying all the time.
Good stuff. All right. I mean,
In 20 years, can you imagine 20 years
I
from
know,
now
I
what
know.
you'll be doing? You could have kids with you here, right?
they're like, "Whoa, you just took a turn here, Kim." Right. But the experience of it. I mean, again, when you see a crowd and you're watching something like this with thousands of people, really.
Yeah, it's just such a sense of community, and we do come together, but we tend to come together when it's something that's bad that's happened in the world, and we come together for those events, but to come together for something like this is really, really special.
I mean, let's be honest, this was just straight up cool. I mean, to have this experience, to be able to do this, it was just really wonderful and experience it with all of you. And again, as we're seeing the waves of it around the country.
Yes, absolutely. As it continues on, lunar eclipses last, the longest would be 3 hours and 40 minutes, totality for an hour and 40 minutes in total from start to finish. And so we won't see this again for 20 years. And as I said earlier, this was even better than 2017 because the moon is just a little tiny bit closer to Earth, and that has made a huge difference. So millions more people were able to experience this, and I'm so glad that we were here to experience with